What's up, guys? I'm Mark. Welcome back to Not Your Father's Capital. Thanks again for subscribing here on the channel. I appreciate you guys. As always, we're going to talk Dogecoin. So Doge Army, let's get this video started in the right direction. Drop that DOGE down below in the chat. If you guys all hold Dogecoin, that's the best way to let us here know on YouTube. And it gets this video out to as many people as possible. That's the best way that we can get the word across and spread the Doge Army. Okay, but let's get into it. And as I said, guys, please subscribe down below. Never miss a beat with what goes on in the crypto world. But let's talk about it because Dogecoin is looking to obtain another yearly high. And will that happen just this month? That's what I want to talk to you guys about. And this is something where it's been on my mind a little bit within my Dogecoin. It's kind of looking back historically where we were at back in 2021. For those of you that were involved with that bull cycle back in that time period where Shiba Inu was going crazy, Dogecoin absolutely being the OG of the meme coins, that's kind of where they've basically turned to this chart where I'm going to show you the all-time chart within Dogecoin, just to show you guys exactly where we came from, guys. 71 cents, 70 cents, and beyond. Okay, we're not even relatively talking in the same ballpark right now, but as it currently sits right here on the chart, you can see Dogecoin this past year really starting to take a turn into the next leg up. And that's something where we look as Dogecoin still rounds out the top 10 as being the 10th crypto in total market cap. We need to set new highs, higher highs, and that is going to be the example of how we're going to move this market, right? Higher highs and higher lows is what's going to be absolutely crucial to stay with this organic growth that we want to build back Dogecoin better, okay? And that's where it's going to come down to the community members alike, as well as just restoring the faith within Doge more so, because I think what we're going to see with this Bitcoin halving coming up in 2024, and especially within, I think, the new political shift that we're going to get within Washington and here in the United States, I think there's going to be a seismic changing of the guard, if you will, within how cryptocurrency is regulated within the United States, and I think that's going to trickle down overseas as well, but more so within Dogecoin. This is going to be very, very crucial because I've talked about it with a lot of other cryptos in the top 10 where we're seeing the likes of a lot of inflows into those cryptos, because I think a lot of people are taking some profits within Bitcoin and they're spreading that love back into the altcoins. And I think that's what we're going to see with the institutionals really grab hold of your retail memes, such as Dogecoin, such as Shiba Inu, right? This is something where those are large enough where institutions can back these meme coins, especially when we get into the next bull cycle, when things become very, very hot, okay? Getting in a hot market is going to make Dogecoin even more valuable and more desirable, I think, to the masses, okay? But this is what I want to share with you guys, because right now we're deviating above a 365-day resistance, basically trading below a long-term horizontal resistance area since December of 2022. We haven't really had a breakout since then, okay? And that's where you can see based on these red icons. I know it's real small. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. But that's where we were at basically in the yearly, looking at those breakout points that we never really could absolutely sustain, okay? And that's kind of what we're seeing basically falling below that resistance this week, okay? And that's where we've failed to sustain those levels. But we briefly deviated, okay? Just for a minute, we got above those red bars and those red arrows, if you will, where we can see that we broke through that 365-day resistance. All right, and that happened basically, a few times, but more so this time. This is where we're looking to enter the next bull cycle, turn the corner, the next leg up, right? And that's what's going to happen. We're going to have to not retreat after we break through just briefly. We're going to have to stay and sustain these levels, and that's what's really going to prove to be what's most needed within Dogecoin and all of crypto for that matter, okay? But you need to regain these momentums, and that's how it's so important to sustain these levels, and that way we can keep setting higher highs and higher lows, all right? But Dogecoin here, as we currently trend, is still bullish, guys. The upward movement is still on the table, and that's where you look into the next resistance line, being at that 0.95. And, I tell you guys a lot of it is that psychological barrier, right? Anything with a 5, anything with a 0, these round whole numbers really seem to be almost like programmatic sales, okay? But that's where we're at right now. And, if we do break through that long-term resistance line at that 0.95, like I showed you with those red lines, that's where we look to have a possible increase of 12% or higher, reaching that next resistance line. So for those of you that are out there using TA, that you're using indicators, what have you, to swing trade Dogecoin, this is where we're at. It's very, very bullish, but now this is where we're kind of at this turning point, where Dogecoin on the chart is consolidating. So if we're going to take the reins and go our own direction, or just follow the market in whatever shape it's in for that current day, that's where it's going to be most evident when we decide that it's time to start the next bull cycle. Okay. And that's where I looked at, you have to get above 15 cents. That's my number. Okay. Obviously not financial advice. Please do your own research and due diligence with all things crypto. But for me, guys, this was like the number before Elon Musk was the catalyst. We need to get above that 15 cents level. And if we're above 15 cents within Dogecoin, that's when I'm going to firmly believe that crypto is headed in the absolute right direction and the next bull cycle is right around the corner. That's just me. That's how I look at it, because that's going to take a lot of retail involvement, a lot of institutional involvement. And we had basically a 13.5, a 14.5 level, just basically from Elon and the thoughts of him taking over X within Dogecoin payments. Okay, but that's what it is. It's almost basically we're 2/3 of the way there, if you want to put it that way. So we have basically another 30 or 40% up that I want to see before we start even considering the next bull cycle, and that we finally have arrived within Dogecoin. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm very, very interested to hear what you guys think. There's been a lot of cryptos showing a lot of entry points for a lot of people, but within Dogecoin, guys, for me and my holdings, I'm looking at 15 cents. Unless you're going to swing trade and try to time it up using indicators and whatnot from where we are at right now to that 15 cents level and beyond, that's your prerogative. But for me, it's 15 cents, and that's when I'm going to look at and feel more confident about this accumulation phase that we're currently going through right now, about to turn the corner. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys got a little bit of value from this video. If you did, remember to subscribe down below. All good stuff coming in the next coming days and weeks. It's going to be a very, very fun time for crypto. We're going to have a lot of news and content here on the channel. So make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks, everyone.